Hello, today I want to tell you about how to recognize or reproduce the crow or raven language that I came up with. I had just one crow living with me and I never learned anything from their talk. But right now I analyzed some info, so let's proceed. To reproduce a crow or raven language, you must do two things. First, do this sound. Second, mix it with gargling in your throat. I probably could introduce a picture, but the deeper in the throat your gargling is, the more it's like crow and raven. So don't do this. Do this. More deeper in your throat, you understand? And for the raven sounds, crows versus ravens. Crows are more head, and ravens are more body and stomach. So for a crow it would be and for a raven it would be like that. So let me actually proceed and show you this picture that I have. The raven sounds have waves and the crow sounds have waves, right? So if it's no wave, it's flat. It means that the raven is alarmed or a crow is alarmed. The sound of a predator approaching the personal crow itself. No pitch in voice. Then, for example, a predator approaching a crow that is other than us, another crow. You understand? The more the wave is, the more it is playful. Let me demonstrate you a social call between the crows that fly around in the sky and are just having fun. That is playful sound. Next, when the crow is sitting on the ground and having other crows having fun. The same stuff, but with less variations. Then the social sound of the crows that has the big first wave and then it goes down, because the last part means that the crow is kind of like a single element of the whole society and it must lower its own voice. It would be something like that. I'm not a pro at cawing, but again. And then, for example, the child sound. The child sound, all of the humans, if you're watching this video, all the crows will consider you to be a child crow, because our intellect and vocal cords are no comparison to bird vocal cords and intellect connected with that. So when you call, all of your sounds will be recognized as a child or maybe also as an imposter. Because remember, crows, you can't fool a crow 3 times in a row. On the third time, they will recognize. If you practice with your voice outside and crows are hearing you, they will recognize that you are an imposter human that tries to mock their sounds. Let me give you an example. For example, crows hide their food in a plain view of other crows. For which reason? They see the crow that comes and takes that food afterwards, and they realize that that is a traitor and you must never believe him or her. Okay? So, I advise you practice your crow signals without crows outside. Okay? So, a child call again. A child call again is all over the place. It's like humans, like us. Like you, like me, it's all over the place, like that's a child call. Then, for example, a food call. A food call would be something quiet. It means I found food, come to me, I have food. Would be a croaky with a lot of gurgling sound, but quiet sound, like I, in English, I would be it means I found food. Then there are also female sex calls and male sex calls. And I can't really reproduce them with my throat, but they would be like tick 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 or click click click. For example, female call will be upper note and male would be very low, like hitting on the metal, like this. So a female call would be something like, I'm not sure I can reproduce that. And a male call would be very low, like hitting on metal. Again, my throat can't vibrate with that note. Okay, let's repeat again. The predator. The predator that's coming to the crow itself. The predator that's coming to the other crow. Higher note, but with lower pitch. Then a crow calling for attention. Come to me, see me, help me, not help me, but just pay attention to me. Then crow sitting on the ground, seeing others fly high up in the air. Then crows flying both high in air and communicating with each other. More variation. Means they're having fun. Okay, that's about all I had to say today. Maybe I'll make a video with pictures, but let me tell you once again, this is the crow sounds. If you want to make a raven sound, you go deeper into the stomach. It would be and for example, a lot of people, when they crow calls or ravens, they make the alarm sounds. That's why all of the ravens and crows fly to them on a single note. They go like that's a predator sound. All the crows will fly to you because they think you have a predator next to you. But You can't fool them more than 3 times. Other than that, they will tell that you're a liar and an imposter. And if you want to make social sounds, make more waves. Okay, and for the raven sounds, again, it's more deep, more throaty, and more stomachy. Would be like this. And a lot of people also film the ravens that are clicking like a a velociraptor from Jurassic Park, like this. It's a sexual call. Females do this sexual call on a higher note, and males do that on a lower, almost metal or concrete note. Like when you see these ravens doing, they're mixing the sounds they learned from other world. They're mixing it with their own sexual calls. Okay, and something also you must remember that the higher the pitch, the more alarm it is. If it's more alarm. If it's lower, it's sexual call. Oh yeah, I remembered what you're supposed to do with raven and crow calls. They all produce 3 to 4 sounds. Never do 5 sounds. For example, 3 times. Or maybe 4 times, but never do 5 times. That's what ravens and crows do. Never produce more than 3 or 4 sounds in a row. Thank you.